Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, all the higher praise, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rekra Kodas. And double honors to the elders, sing honors to the apostles of the great millstone, preaching and teaching us this word of truth and with sincerity as always. Our elders and other like-minded camps, brothers. Yep, sing honors to the apostles once again. Shalom. So without any further ado, just have these clips that I wanted to play, going into how these people's love is waxing cold out here in this world. People's love are waxing cold. Hence why we gotta stay in the spirit as well. Pray before you go outside. Make sure you're on your watch. It's to myself as well. Make sure I'm on my watch, doing what you gotta do to please the Lord. We're not gonna be perfect. I'll be the first to say I'm not perfect myself. Slip up every day. Talk shit about brothers. Talk shit, whisper over shit and shit. Get in my emotions and shit. But hey, we gotta do our best, and myself as well. But you, but through the spirit, that's what I'm getting from the spirit. Is that the Lord doesn't want us to be perfect. It's just the whole point. The Lord doesn't want us to be perfect, but you are gonna have to at least do the fucking minimum. Fucking read, fucking pray. That's obvious. You don't just be a nigga out here smoking weed and not doing any fucking thing, and then trying to call him the name. That ain't how that you do that. Your stupid ass is grass. I ain't saying that. Obviously, don't smoke weed. Don't smoke cigarettes. I might have slipped a couple times while in the truth and done that. Who knows? Not your business. Between me and Yahweh Bashmir Shah. But read, pray, fast. Fast when you have to. I'm not telling you to fast right now unless it's between you and the spirit, but you know when you should fast. You should know when you should fast. Sometimes you know when you should fast, but you don't fast because you catch so much hell. I get that. So I get sometimes as well. So I get that, but yeah, basically do what you can though. Do what you can. You obviously pray every day, pray daily, fast every once in a while, but pray daily, read it daily. Sometimes the day's too busy, and then you come home, you just want to, you're just so tired, do a couple things and fall asleep, and then the next day you just remember you forgot to read. That can happen every now and then, but do all that. Watch videos, obviously. Always watch videos. 90% of what you be watching during the week should be videos. Every now and then you watch some bullshit. May watch a movie. May watch a documentary. Or listen to some scary stories. That's what I do every now and then. I play some scary stories. Listen to some true scary stories. But kind of you get what I'm saying. So yeah, these are just clips I wanted to play about spirits. Hey, these spirits are turning up in these people, man. These motherfuckers out here. So listen to this.
Brutally beaten for doing his job?
Yeah.
New tonight, a teen is demanding justice after he says customers attacked him at his place of employment in Cordova Sunday evening. This happened at Cheddar's Restaurant on North Germantown Parkway.
Memphis police are still searching for the group of men responsible. Fox 13 Sierra Jordan joins us.
Teen working at Cheddar's host. So yeah, because this teenager basically I will just read the title. A 17-year-old just doing his job was violently attacked after separating a large party at Cheddar's. The teen told Fox 13. Yeah, this was a YN. But this just shows you the love of many is waxing cold. This nigga wasn't having it. And he basically slammed this YN for trash cans. A old YN with a trash can.
Live from Cordova tonight. Sierra, you spoke with the victim about what happened. What did he have to say?
Darcy, the victim is only 17 years old, trying to do his job as a host here at Cheddar's. Now, he said he wants justice for the men responsible for putting him in the hospital and almost taking his life.
I hope they catch you.
Oh no, never mind. This was the wrong video. This is something else. Yeah, I didn't watch this clip, but this was actually a couple years ago, 2 years ago. But even then, it's gonna get worse. People are gonna get worse.
You gonna regret what you did.
It was a busy Sunday night at Cheddar's in Cordova until a group of 8 came in for dinner. It was an hour-long wait. The 17-year-old host, who asked we not release his name, said the only option was to separate the party.
The girl in the green, she said she don't like the table, so she'll rather get a big table. So I said it's still gonna be a few minutes, so they left.
He says the group came back and still demanded a bigger table. Then, he says, a man in the group confronted him and punched him in the face.
His whole family came towards me and started jumping me, and then after that, that's when I blacked out. Don't remember nothing.
Cell phone video captured moments after the fight happened. The victim's mother, Letitia Ford, says once she arrived, she found her son like this, lying on the ground while paramedics were working on him.
For these people to be, twice.
Yeah, and that's because that dude was a mo. He was probably giving an attitude. The Lord got pissed off. A spirit of vengeance got pissed off, I should say. And he got the green light to go ahead and fuck this Jake up, because you can tell off his voice he was a mo. Because when I saw the photo, I thought that was a female. So that's why he got judged. So this is Cyrac 39, and this is Burst. '28, actually 29. Actually, 28. There are winds. Nah, this is. This is it here. Cyrac 39, verse 28. There are spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their wrath and appease the wrath of him that made them. And that's what that's what happened here. So Jacob got judged. He had a face-to-face encounter with a spirit created for vengeance. This one's pretty funny. You're gonna like this one.
New at 5, a Channel 2 Action News exclusive. Police are looking.
Title is serial. This is on March 4th. 4 days ago, this came out. Serial sucker puncher man accused of random attacks on strangers released on bond again. So this guy was just basically going around punching people in the face. Just imagine walking down the street, minding your own business, and someone walking by turns around and punches you in the face. And this was a Judite.
For a suspect, they say at least 3 random people right in the face. Channel 2's Taisha Fernandez is live in DeKalb County. Taisha, you spent the day finding out why the suspect keeps getting bond.
Karen, we're doing our live report outside an attorney's office because a lawyer here explained the judicial process and what he believes needs to happen for public safety. Now, imagine walking down a street, minding your business, just like I am right now, when a stranger in front of you stops walking, turns around, and punches you in the face. This video shows what happened moments before a suspect punched a random victim in the face downtown Atlanta at the Marriott Marquis. You see 3 women walking in a hallway near some conference rooms. Jamil Davis is walking in front of them. Seconds later, police say Davis waited around a corner for his victim, and we stopped the video right before police say Davis hit that victim in the face with a closed fist back on January 26th. Davis got away. About a week later, a MARTA police officer recognized Davis from this bolo and arrested him while he was sleeping on a train. He was charged with misdemeanor battery, and a judge let him out on a $3,000 cash bond. I did some digging and found out police have arrested Davis 4 times for battery in the last 4 years. On 3 of the alleged battery cases, police say he assaulted unsuspecting strangers.
So it kind of worries me that someone is going around and punching people in the face.
Gabby Melnick said this video makes her even more aware of her surroundings, but also understanding what the suspect could be going through.
And as a woman, that is very alarming to me. To be watchful and aware of who is around me, and you never know, but you also can't make assumptions about people.
We reached out to a spokesperson for state court to find out how Davis keeps getting bond. They declined to comment.
I believe that bond should have been denied.
So we sat down with a criminal defense attorney.
Once the judge found out about his background, the judge showed grace and just gave him another bond, when the judge could have said, I think you're a risk to the community. I think you're a risk to reoffend.
Now, I want to mention the only reason why police are currently looking for Davis right now is because he has new warrants for violating probation for that new charge. Now, all of his charges.
That's the love of many is waxing code right there. And that's also not only that, but that also shows how these demons really be on our people, specifically our people. But anyway, this is Deuteronomy 28 verse 'Oh, the same one I brought in the last one, basically. 28, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And that jig had to be literal madness, because for him to punch the shit out of this Edomite woman, pretty sure that was the Edomite.
Had been missed. As we're working on that probation for.
That is very
Misdemeanor battery, and a judge. Davis waited around a corner for his victim at the Marriott Marquis. You see 3 women walking in a hallway near some conference rooms. Jamil Davis is walking in front of them. Seconds later, police say Davis waited around a corner for his victim at Marriott Marquis. You see 3 women walking in a hallway near some conference rooms. Jamil Davis is walking in front of them. Seconds later, police say Davis waited around a corner for his victim, and we stopped.
Now, I don't know if that woman did something to get judged, but what I see is, that's what I see, though. This is the scripture that comes to my mind, Deuteronomy 28:28. That was obviously a Judite, a YN, a crash out dummy. So he was smitten with madness right there, and that's the importance of having this truth, having Yahweh Bash Mashat, because that could be us. If we let these demons get to us, you don't think these demons want to hop on you and make you punch some, make you agitated to punch some woman walking by you. You just walking down the street, all of a sudden demons start fucking with you, getting in your mind. Next thing you know, you got some little kid running by you, running to you. You don't think that demon's gonna try to use that opportunity to hop on you to take it out on that child? See, that's what happened to this Jake right here. But yeah, that's once again as well. That's the love of many waxing cold. I mean, it's already been waxed cold, but imagine what it's gonna be like when Jacob's trouble comes. Dude's love for these women. Dude's persons care for one another, not just woman, but for man, for anyone as well. For they self is gonna be waxing cold. Deuteronomy 24 and verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, because iniquity is ruling, it's increasing, the love of many shall wax cold. Oh, here's another one right here. Oh, this one was 2 years ago. Look at this.
The Cook County State's Attorney's Office said it was partially new.
Video shows man punch a woman before her son shoots him.
Evidence that helped lead them to this decision. Tonight, Carlisha Hood.
And this fits right in line with, since it's talking about the woman, this fits right in line with, I think it's Isaiah 31 or 32. 9. Rise up, you women that are at ease, hear my voice, you careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, you careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, you women that are at ease, be troubled, you careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Yeah, so that's what's going on there with this.
And her son are both out of jail, no longer charged as murderers. And a Chicago activist here in the city says that he believes it was cell phone video that helped lead to this decision. A violent fight turned deadly shooting at this far south side hot dog stand is now at the center of a major legal reversal. Police say as Carlisha Hood, seen here in the pink dress, was standing in line late on Sunday, June 18th, she and a man began arguing. That's when they say Hood's 14-year-old son came into the restaurant. We've blurred the boy's face because he's a juvenile who's no longer charged with any crime. As he's watching from the doorway, police and witnesses say the man arguing with his mother, identified as Jeremy Brown, repeatedly punches Carlisha Hood in the head. The violent attack was captured on this cell phone video, which was shared on social media by a local activist and has been viewed more than 32 million times. We froze the video before the impact of the punch. Police say as his mother's being hit, Hood's 14-year-old son fired his gun repeatedly at Brown, shooting him in the
And that was a YN right there.
back. Police say Brown ran out, and the mother and son did too, with the son still shooting.
No one else in the establishment did anything. And so once he saw his mother being severely, hit, he took action.
The two surrendered to police and were later charged with felony first-degree murder. Today, the Cook County State's Attorney dropped those charges, saying in a statement that, quote, based upon the facts, evidence, and the law, we are unable to meet our burden of proof. ABC 7 legal analyst Gil Sofer explains.
The state, once they got a hold of this video, saw what the defense would be, and that defense would be self-defense. Because now that the defense has a claim, a very strong one, it seems, that the shooter was acting in defense of his mother, who was being pummeled by an assailant. That's a pretty hard case to bring on murder charges.
We did reach out to Carlisha Hood and some of her family members today. That's when they say Hood's 14-year-old son came into the restaurant. We've blurred the boy's face because he's a juvenile who's no longer charged with any crime. As he's watching from the doorway, police and witnesses say the man arguing with his mother, identified as Jeremy Brown, repeatedly punches Carlisha Hood in the head. The violent attack was captured on this cell phone video, which was shared on social media by a local activist and has been viewed more than 32 million times. We froze the video before the impact of the punch. The violent attack was captured on this cell phone video, which was shared on social media by a local activist and has been viewed more than 32 million times. We froze the video before the impact of the
Yes, there you go. You have that. And then imagine that day when these YNs ain't gonna be there to defend their mom. You see, so you got that.
Well, now to this one. If you've not seen the video for this,
There's a man arrested for knocking kids off bikes. This was recent.
it's wild. It's hard to watch and just to understand how this could possibly happen. But a man is under arrest after surveillance video shows him shoving two kids off of bikes. This happened in Sandy Springs, right around City Springs. Police say it happened on the sidewalk there, so you have to watch this to see what I'm talking about here. I want to watch too. Okay, there we go. So the boy's riding the bike. You see he pushes one into the fountain. The other one hit his head as he hit the ground. So just terrible. It appears to show who we're talking about here. Police have identified the suspect as Stephen Catterton. Hit his head. Police say it happened on the sidewalk there, so you have to watch this to see what I'm talking about here. I want to watch too. Okay, there we go. So the boy's riding the bike. You see he pushes one into the fountain. The other one hit his head as he hit the ground. So just terrible. It appears to show who we're talking about here. Police have identified the suspect as Stephen Catterton. And you can see, what appears to happen in all of this. Officers say they used this surveillance video, okay, not this one, but the one we showed you, to identify Catterton. They actually found him later that night watching a concert at City Springs, so in the same place where this happened. And police escorted him off in handcuffs, which is what this body cam video is showing. So in a statement, Sandy Springs police called the behavior unacceptable. They added pushing kids off bicycles is a quick way to meet their officers. That's what they said about it. Body cam video shows Catterton trying to argue a little bit with officers. He's turned away from the camera, though, so you really...
Yes, that was the Edomite.
Bikes, one of them into this fountain behind me. Take a look at this video. It starts off with effective bikes, with once in action between Catterton and...
Well, I love him anyway, Code once again.
A viral video sparking reaction tonight among...
This one's entitled video shows DC trash worker throwing bins.
People in the district. This is a DC trash collector caught on camera dumping over garbage bins instead of emptying them. Fox 5's Bob Barnard has the story behind...
And this is the worker, the trash worker. So, below many Western color people would just think, give him the fuck anymore.
the video.
This is where it happened. This is an alley behind K Street Northeast, not far from North Capitol Street. You can see it's a narrow alley, and there's a dead end there, so the trash haulers have to back up after picking up the garbage. The incident that was captured on video was last Friday morning. Take a look. That appears to be a district employee working for the city's Department of Public Works shoving to the ground the trash and recycle bins belonging to a man named Llewellyn Jones. This is proof, he says, of what he calls a chronic issue of the mishandling of trash collection in his neighborhood. Sure enough, everywhere you look, bins are knocked over, sometimes blocking bike lanes or sidewalks. Garbage all over the place. But in this case, Mr. Jones says the city employee's behavior was beyond bad.
What I saw was something that I'd known about for months, is that somebody was throwing my garbage all around the place. And this was the first time I actually had evidence of them doing it. And I had thought that, oh, maybe they were just getting it out of the way in a sloppy way, but it was pretty malicious. And it's just adding to all the garbage in our alley, which is it's a giant mess. And really looking for them to stop doing this.
That was last Friday. Llewellyn says it happened again this morning, even though his bins were empty. A spokesperson for D.C.'s Department of Public Works tells Fox 5, DPW does not condone this type of behavior and will take appropriate action to address it. Here's Ward 6 council member Charles Allen.
I do think we want to note the men and women of DPW have been working nights, weekends, holidays for the past month with ice, with snow, with trash. So I want to acknowledge they have been working incredibly hard this last month. Obviously, though, if you've got somebody who is just taking a bin full of recyclables, just tossing it haphazard like that, you hear the contents spilling out on the video, that is not at all the conduct or the experience anybody should. And so I've asked DPW to look into it, to figure out what happened and to address it.
Llewellyn Jones says he confronted the trash hauling crew this morning. He says the driver was sympathetic, seemed concerned, but the guy doing the heavy lifting.
But the hole that Joey leaves, it just can't be described. I don't know that there's a bottom to it.
It doesn't matter how many months or years go by, a parent.
Here's another video. A mother seeks justice after son killed on his first Uber driver shift. Yeah, you know it's bad when you get killed on your first Uber driver shift. And her son, I think he was a fag, so more justification for his judgment. I don't give a fuck if you feel some type of way about that. The mother feels some type of way about that. He was a faggot. Okay, the Lord judged his ass. Even more so for the Lord to judge his ass. Boo-hoo. Sue me.
Never gets over losing a child, and that mother that we're hearing from lost her son in a very violent and senseless way.
He was killed by just picking up an Uber request. The suspect, Shalakai Sanchez, faced a federal judge this morning for a status check on his case. And Alika Medina has been following this one for us since the very beginning. Alika, Joseph Andrus' mom was also in that courtroom this morning.
Yeah, Allison Green traveled hundreds of miles to be here. She says months after the death of her son, reality still hadn't sunk in. But then she saw Shalakai Sanchez in court.
No mom should ever have to place her child in the ground.
Allison Green says the pain of losing her son, Joseph Andrus, is something she struggles to explain.
He just oozed with joy and generosity. And he did it loud, with lots of color. And he just knew what it was like to struggle.
And there wasn't anything Andrus wouldn't do to help other people.
I'm proud of my son for being as kind as he was to people. The world needs more Joeys. Fewer suspects. And we all have choices.
Green says just weeks before Andrus.
Yeah, he got judged because he's a mower. And I'll say he's an Israelite. Look, coming off like he's an Israelite. Yeah, because Israelites can come off. Got a lot of faggot Israelites, but yeah.
Was killed, he graduated from the University of New Mexico. He started a company called Bytespire Technology and decided to start driving for Uber on the side.
It was his first day. He was trying to be independent, and he was doing it. I was so proud of him. 3 hours before, he'd asked to borrow money for gas so that he could start driving for Uber so he could earn money.
Then Joseph was gone. Green remembers the moment officers came to her door.
And I was getting ready for bed, going to bed early that night for a change, thinking I could really sleep finally. And 3 police officers showed up. and I thought maybe Joey was in a car accident or got into a fight. I don't know why they'd come by for that, but I never thought.
Albuquerque police say Shelakai Sanchez scrolled Uber at random, picking a driver to kill. He allegedly told police to let off some steam.
There won't be any more memories. There won't be any more birthday calls. There won't be any more telling me I'm 25 when I'm really 50-something.
Green is still mourning, but is ready for justice.
My son's message was a message of hope. I think when a line's been crossed.
Yeah, so the dude who killed him basically said he was just trying to pick off a random driver to kill to lay off some steam. And there's motherfuckers out here who was on that type of time. Was on that. Who's got that spirit of vengeance, that death angel on them. They'll try. There's people out here who have demons on them who want to know how it is to kill someone, and then you got people out here who got demons on them who would want to kill because they're so angry. Like in this, I got this other story video lined up too, going into that. So I'm just gonna play these clips. Which is already basically, I just got a couple more clips. Like in this next clip too is another prime example. This guy here just killed this old man because his bitch left him. You believe that? Because his woman left him, so he goes out and kills this old one of his own people, man. That's an old Judite. He's a Judite. He goes and kills an 80-year-old Judite, his brethren.
I want to kill this guy right here.
Because his bitch left him. Julie something.
You're old dude. Can you do me a favor? Can you say Joy Lane? What? Can you say Joy Lane? Joy Lane? Yeah. She's the reason why this is about to happen to you.
I very rarely offer my own personal opinion when it comes to these videos, but in this case, it's going to be a little bit different. I hope this guy is rotting in hell. The video that you guys just watched shows a man exiting his vehicle, stating that he's about to off somebody that's walking on the side of the street. He then walks up to this elderly man with a plastic bag, tells him to say the name Joy Lane, and states, "This is the reason why I'm doing this to you." Now, this incident happened on April 16th of 2017 in Cleveland, Ohio, and the man that recorded this video was 37-year-old Steve William Stevens. Steve was apparently going through a hard time. His long-term girlfriend, Joy Lane, had just broken up with him, so I suppose he was wanting to take out this anger on somebody else. That's when he approached 74-year-old Robert Lee Godwin Sr., who was busy collecting trash off the side of the street. That's what he was doing with this bag, which honestly just makes this whole entire situation much worse. Robert and Steve had no prior connection to this before this incident happened. Steve just appeared to have chosen Robert by random, and it really sucks because Steve then ended up, after having Robert say Joy Lane's name, ended up taking his life. Steve then posted this video to Facebook, which was then re-downloaded by different people and posted numerous times, which is why we still have that video today. He did go on the run for 2 days, but after Steve then posted this video to Facebook, which was then re-downloaded by different people and posted numerous times, which is why we still have that video today. He did go on the run for 2 days, but after being cornered by police, took the easy way out and avoided justice. In other Facebook posts around the same time, Steve admitted to taking the lives of 13 other people, although the police ruled that as not really being a possibility. They didn't find any connection with him or any other killings. I would certainly not recommend going and finding the full video. I've seen it before. It's extremely sad. The whole entire situation here just never should have happened, and this was extremely senseless. As always, let me know what you guys think about it.
So that's one of the stories right there.
Now at 11, police records reveal new details about why
This one was entitled "Man Allegedly Beat Mother to Death After Argument About School Finances." This was 11 days ago.
Investigators say an Auburn man beat his own mother to death. Thanks for joining us here at 11. I'm Preston Phillips. KOMO's Tyler Cunnington dug into those new documents tonight. He's live tonight in Auburn with what we've learned about that suspect. Tyler?
Well, Preston, what these documents reveal to us is that the 30-year-old Anthony Ton Lay was a person who had dealt with a history of violence, which it sounds like stemmed from a history of mental health issues. This is all according to one person that spoke to deputies who's very close to he and his family, and he says all of those factors were worsened when he went untreated. And it sounds as if it was an argument between Ton Lay and his mother that ultimately led to this alleged murder. KOMO News cameras capturing 30-year-old Anthony Lay as he was taken into custody by King County Sheriff's deputies. His arrest for the death of his mother at a condo in Auburn.
I just came to let my dogs out, and now I'm seeing that there's a dead body so close. Definitely wild and really heartbreaking.
In probable cause documents, Lay reportedly told deputies he, quote, got into an argument about school and finances and ultimately killed his mother for nothing. He explained he put her into a chokehold, threw her to the ground, and brutally beat her.
I mean, I just pray for whoever's family that is underneath that blanket. I know it's hard to come out or even get that phone call.
In documents, the owner of the condo told deputies he rented a room to Lay, having known him and his mother, Twinu Tu Ton, for years. According to him, the 30-year-old Lay was diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar and hadn't been taking his medications for about 5 months. In that time, he claimed Lay was prone to violence and had become increasingly hostile toward he and his mother. The owner added Ton would regularly cook, clean, and do laundry for her son.
Yeah, I guess I'm in a state of shock. You would never believe that it would happen so close to home. And, I just moved here in December.
That owner explained to deputies it was when he came back from work. He found Ton with very obvious facial injuries underneath a pile of blankets on the floor. First responders brought her outside to try to save her life, but it was too late.
That is actually insane. My heart goes out to the person who passed away as well as their family. It's actually really morbid. My heart goes out to the person who passed away as well as their family. It's actually really morbid.
Now, Lay did not appear for a first appearance in court today, but he is scheduled for another court appearance on Friday. He remains in the King County Jail in the meantime with a $2 million bail. He has not been formally charged, but he does remain in custody, connected.
Developing this evening, the family of a high school teacher who was killed when he was run over by a car tells NBC News that they would support a drop.
Family of Hall County teacher killed in senior prank gone wrong. Okay, so that's the point. I mean, those are just a couple of stories. Those guys.
She needed to get home from a girls' night out, so she took a ride share. Never in a million years thinking something this horrifying would happen. The driver got her home, but she says he then groped her on the front porch. Now the woman is speaking with our Amber Cogliano, and we warn you the video.
So she got groped, and that just shows you what's gonna happen on that day, when dudes just with perverted minds come out, and the laws are done away with for, and they can do what they may run into a woman, and they may, if they're that perverted and mad because they don't got the spirit in them, they're gonna do things to these women. Hence again, Isaiah 32. I already read it, but here it is again. In many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless woman. You live in trouble, you woman that are at ease. Be troubled, you careless ones. And here's the last clip.
Kevin Stewart is following up on a little girl who, Kevin, I understand is in a
5 hours ago.
coma or brain dead after being bullied. What can you tell us?
Yeah, family is in the process of doing funeral arrangements as we speak. We had a chance to speak to them earlier today. This little girl, her name is Jada West. She's 12 years old. She is a student at Mason Creek Middle School, I should say, in Douglas County. She lives in Villa Rica on the Douglas County side, and she actually is someone who moved from Bowden to start the second semester here in January. So she's a new student at the school, and her parents say that she has been bullied since going to that school. She said I'm told that her dad went to the school to try to deal with some of these issues. There's an issue with a boy and there's an issue with a girl. And what ended up happening on Thursday is that she got into an argument with a girl on the bus, and then that spilled out onto the street at her bus stop. She walked down the street. There's video of this circulating on social media, and that family asked us not to show that video, so we are honoring that request. And then a fight ensues, and Jada falls to the ground. She gets back up, and she seems like she might be okay, and then she walks away, and then she falls again to the ground. Because she was near home, one of her girlfriends, the little girl, she ran to get Jada's mom. Mom comes out to the scene and sees her child on the floor, not breathing, and so they take her to Tanner Medical Center, Villa Rica. Then she's air flighted to Scottish Rite Children's Hospital. And unfortunately, she was pronounced dead on Sunday, brain dead. And now they are in the process of making funeral arrangements. Right now, they do not know what killed that little girl. They're waiting on an autopsy, but the family is putting one and one together and saying this equals two. This fight, this bullying led to this. I want you to take a listen to her mom right now.
I'm angry. We gotta teach our children.
Absolutely heartbreaking. And the video that I mentioned just a few moments ago, that video that's been circulating is now in the hands of the Villa Rica Police Department.
The key. Have a heart. Have a heart. Love. The Lord wants us to love one another.
Her daughter could have been wicked. She could have done something to deserve that. So that's what I'm feeling in the spirit, but I could be wrong. This is Sirach chapter 20. If that is the case, either way, this is Sirach 39 verse 29. Fire and hell, famine and death, all these things were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. She could have done some wickedness. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Exactly.
Absolutely heartbreaking. And office
Said anything? Is there any further information about it sounding like the father trying to put it?
But yeah, it's the curses as well, because she got beat and jumped by other Jakes, which is fucked up. But it's also fucked up because she could be wicked, so because she fucked up. But anyway, moving on to this one.
But tonight, a community.
Another incident. I've been noticing that there's more of these happening. As far as dogs biting and killing these women, it says Georgia teacher dies during prank.
Mourns the loss of a 40-year-old teacher and coach. Thanks so much for sticking with us for Fox 5 News at 11. I'm Eric Perry. Jason Hughes died Friday night after the Hall County Sheriff's Office says he was hit by a car. Now teens face charges related to his death. Fox 5's Terry Jabor has the story.
Jason Hughes was a math teacher and a golf coach here at North Hall High School. People have been leaving behind flowers to remember him and also to honor his legacy. Bouquets of flowers piling up to remember 40-year-old Jason Hughes, a husband, father, teacher, coach, and mentor for students here in Hall County. Olivia Williams, a sophomore at North Hall High School, stopped by on Saturday night to show her support.
Whenever somebody would need help or something, he would always make great conversation. He always had the best smile on his face, and he just seemed like such a friendly guy.
According to the Hall County Sheriff's Office, a group of
Oh no, I meant this one. So like,
And a developing story we're following.
woman hospitalized after dog mauling in Mississippi. This was the one. And it's always these Israelite women getting judged like this. And it's spiritual because this is one of the curses I was sending. And I sent this to the Lord talking about pray more of these incidents happened. Ever since the first one that happened, a lot of brothers was speaking on of this other woman that got bitten by his dog for like 30 minutes straight. Nobody heard her or helped her. And that was the spirit. That was the spirit created for vengeance. Spirit hopped on that dog and just unleashed on her.
Following a mother of 3 in the hospital tonight after her family says she was mauled by dogs in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Hi, thanks for being with us. I'm Shay Arthur. Now, the family claims they're now having trouble getting answers as they want someone held accountable. WREG's Caitlin Barker spoke to the victims' loved ones who say they want justice.
The victim is here at Regional 1, and I spoke to the victim's family, and they tell me that this incident has been a mystery. They say they know for a fact that the victim was mauled by dogs, but they say the 2 black eyes she has makes them think there's more to the story.
She had to lay there for hours and hours before anybody helped her.
This mother of 3 is in the biggest fight of her life. According to family, 35-year-old Lakeisha Newsom was attacked by dogs while walking on Old Highway 178 in Holly Springs last Tuesday morning.
She had bites up under her arm. Both arms is cut up real bad. She was attacked on her back end so bad that they did multiple surgeries this week.
Family members believe Newsom was attacked by dogs, but the big questions now are who do the dogs belong to and who will be held responsible? Questions they say Holly Springs police refuse to answer.
They are hiding information. They said the dogs were seized. I'm getting information from other police officers. These dogs hadn't even been picked up.
We reached out to Holly Springs police about the incident. They confirmed there was a report, but they told us it wasn't complete yet. The family says while the victim has dog bites, she also has 2 black eyes, leading them to question how that happened.
We just want justice for Lakeisha. She have kids. We want justice. And just because she didn't deserve it. She's a human being.
Lakeisha Newsom has a long road to recovery. The family told me
A fight between a driver and a parent lands a mom in jail. It was caught on camera on the bus camera. Our Denise Dillon is live in Marietta tonight. And Denise, you talked to the mom who had her own video.
Yeah, and in both videos, you can hear the driver demand the mom get off the bus. Both the driver and the mom are yelling and appear angry. And the mom's little girl is also seen on the video, scared and crying.
Get off the bus. But tonight, the community mourns the loss of a 40-year-old teacher and coach.
Jason Hughes was a math teacher and a golf coach here at North Hall High School. People have been leaving behind flowers to remember him and also to honor his legacy. Bouquets of flowers piling up to remember 40-year-old Jason Hughes, a husband, father, teacher, coach, and mentor for students here in Hall County. Olivia Williams, a sophomore at North Hall High School, stopped by on Saturday night to show her support.
Whenever somebody would need help or something, he would always make great conversation. He always had the best smile on his face, and he just seemed like such a friendly guy.
According to the Hall County Sheriff's Office, a group of 5 teens, including 18-year-old Jaden Ryan Wallace, went to the house to toilet paper a home, a common prank. Deputies say when the 40-year-old man, Jason Hughes, came out of the house, the teens ran into 2 different cars to get away. Deputies say Hughes, while walking toward the street, tripped and fell into the road. Then the Sheriff's Office says he was hit by Wallace's car. The Sheriff's Office says all the teens tried to help, but Hughes was taken to the hospital and died. His death sending shock through the North Hall High School community.
This can't be real. Like this, there's no way this happened. I just saw him this week, and I mean, I went to take a test and I borrowed a Chromebook from his room. There's no way this is happening.
Hughes' wife is Olivia's geometry teacher.
She's the sweetest lady ever. And
a developing story we're following, a mother of
A fight between a driver and a parent lands a mom in jail. It was caught on camera on the bus camera. Our Denise Dillon is live in Marietta tonight. And Denise, you talked to the mom who had her own video.
Yeah, and in both videos, you can hear the driver demand the mom get off the bus. Both the driver and the mom are yelling and appear angry. And the mom's little girl is also seen on the video, scared and crying.
Get off the bus.
Move your hands.
Man, you cannot be on this bus.
An altercation between a Marietta City Schools bus driver and a mom. Zaria Stovall says her 2 children were on that bus. She says she missed the drop-off location by just a few seconds, so she went to the next bus stop to get them. But the driver said that wasn't allowed.
They have a protocol and procedures that they have to follow when dropping off children.
Stovall says she got on the bus. The driver told her to get off.
Off the bus! Ma'am! Get off the bus!
In the video from the bus's camera, you can see a child swinging a backpack at the driver. Stovall says that's her child. Stovall says the driver pushed her multiple times.
He pushes me off the bus, so I fly off the bus. I walk back up. He pushes me again. I fly back off the bus. I walk back up. He pushes me again, but this time I'm on like the second step, so I drop down. I see a bottle, and I throw the bottle at him.
Stovall admits she threw a plastic spray bottle at him. According to a warrant, Stovall punched the driver in the face. In her video, you can hear her say she's going to do it. Did you ever punch him in the face?
I don't remember punching him in the face. I remember getting up each time, trying to get up. Every time I tried to get up, I got pushed back down.
Stovall was arrested on 5 charges, including assault against a school employee, battery against a school employee, and criminal trespass. She says she's going to fight those charges.
I'm just going to fight him because in the report, I felt like it was very false. It said I put my hands on him first.
Man, that was a judgment on her because I could tell she's a dyke. Now, I don't got much scriptures, but I got these last 2 clips just to give you an idea, or brothers or a brother an idea out there. May watch this clip of how these demons work, how these demons operate. What they can make you fall onto, because you're seeing them in these people, in these clips you're watching, or in these dogs that attacked this woman, hospitalized her. You seeing this devil here. This dude was a damn devil. He just killed an old man like that. And I ain't exempt. That could be me. That could be me. That could be any brother if we don't check our spirits. If the Lord ain't dealing with us, because he could decide not to deal with us.
New at 5 tonight, an 18-year-old faces multiple charges tonight, including first-degree murder.
She's accused of killing a man who she says touched a 5-year-old relative inappropriately. WRG's Caitlin Barker is live in East Memphis with the latest on that story. Caitlin?
Good afternoon, Stephanie and Greg. I'm here on Willowview Avenue where police found the body here in the road. And while we were here, we also saw multiple shell casings and caution tape on this mailbox here behind me. Now, Alishan Torres is accused of shooting Noy Rincon 14 times in his van. Now, Torres told police Rincon touched her 5-year-old relative inappropriately. According to court records, Torres asked to borrow Rincon's phone before confronting him about the incident. That's when she allegedly shot him multiple times in his van, took pictures of the blood, and then took the van to an abandoned house and repainted it. I spoke to neighbors who wanted to remain anonymous, but they say this crime left them speechless.
It's a sad situation. I mean, it's sad that the world has come to this, you know. But I don't know. I just pray for her and just pray for us all, because we all need that.
Yeah. Now, Alishan Torres was arrested on Thursday and charged with first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and unlawful use of a firearm. I'm Caitlin Barker reporting live for your news, WREG News Channel 3.
No. Now that one could have been justified because he touched a young family member of hers. I don't know how old a young family member might have been. If that was male or female, I don't know.
The avenue where police found the body here in the road,
including first-degree murder.
She's accused of killing a man who she says touched a 5-year-old relative inappropriately.
Yeah, okay, so then, yeah, she was justified in doing that then.
A woman who was charged 4 years ago with killing the man who fathered her baby may get the charges dropped.
Saquon is live this morning with the newest, biggest developments in the...
So you get the point. This Chicago woman accused of killing a boyfriend.
They're expecting to see today. Good morning, Say.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, this is a case that actually goes back to 2022, as you mentioned, when Kashia Golden, who was pregnant at the time, fatally stabbed her then-boyfriend during an argument that turned violent. Golden is facing first-degree murder charges in the death of her then-boyfriend, Kelvin Sidney. She was originally held on a $2 million bond. That amount was later dropped to $50,000, requiring Golden to pay $5,000 of it. The Chicago Community Bond Fund, which posts bond on behalf of people who can't afford to pay, provided that $5,000 bond required to get her out of jail, which her attorneys and judges at the time agreed was in the best interest of her unborn child. According to Golden's attorney, Sidney had dragged Golden by her hair, and she was forced to stab him in the leg when family members couldn't pull them apart during their argument. Her attorney says Golden acted in self-defense to protect her and her unborn baby, not knowing she hit an artery in Sidney's leg. Her attorney adds that Golden had previously miscarried after she was physically abused by Sidney. Police also tell us there have been over 50 calls made from the couple's home to report abuse. 5 of them were reported between June and September of 2022. And in 4 of those calls, Golden claimed Sidney had choked, punched, slapped, or pushed her. Today, her attorneys will be...
So that's the curses right there. She seems justified in that as well, because especially if that was an Edomite. She did her thing then. That's also why our woman just needs to stay away from the Edomite man. But here's the next clip.
Caught on camera, a 4-year-old little girl assaulted by a teacher who was supposed to be caring for her.
2 former employees at a local daycare are facing charges after being accused of mistreating the child. Local 12's Genesis Naros joins us live in Fairfield outside Wild Kingdom Early Learning Center. Jenna, first off, how is the little girl?
Yeah, I spoke with the mother of the little girl, and thankfully she's been doing well. Her mom says that she is nonverbal, and staff describes her as a gentle soul who wouldn't hurt anybody. The director says as soon as she heard that little girl's cry, she says her motherly instinct came to life, and she knew something was immediately wrong.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
What appears to be a seemingly normal start for this preschool classroom quickly turned chaotic.
Get out of here.
Former teacher James Ciolino had been watching 10 kids in his class back in June when a 4-year-old girl left the room with another class. Jennifer Miller, the teacher of the other class, brings the child back into Ciolino's classroom, and then he pushes her to the ground. Miller watched it all happen and proceeds to shut the door and leave.
The video itself has all the truth it needs.
And then he pushes her to the ground. Last back in June, when a 4-year-old girl left the room with another class. Jennifer Miller, the teacher of the other class, brings the child back into Ciolino's classroom, and then he pushes her to the ground. Miller watched it all happen and proceeds to shut the door and leave.
The video itself has all the truth it needs in it. So as soon as you watch that, or as soon as you see that, you know immediately what has to be done.
Director Lisa McMillian says a third teacher, seen in the red shirt, came into the classroom after the little girl got pushed to the ground. That teacher was not involved in this incident. Ciolino then took the little girl to McMillian's office.
You just know something's not right with that cry. As a mom, you know when something is not right. As a director, I know all of those children, and I know how they cry.
McMillian says she immediately pulled the surveillance video, fired the 2 teachers, reported the incident to police, as well as the little girl's family.
What the hell is this? I cried. I couldn't hold it. It was so heartbroken.
3 months later, the family is still struggling to forget the incident.
The guy just pushed her away like an animal, a little baby who knows nothing, who all she knows in life is just to...
He's so fucked up for that, bro. Yeah, man, that's Esau for you, though, bro. That was... She was obviously a... young kindergarten Judite. And he put that Edomite dude pushed her.
Play, eat, and sleep. You push her down on her chest, and she's lying down crying, and you are still doing what you were doing. What a heartless man.
Both employees have been fired. Police have also charged Ciolino with assault and child endangerment. Miller is also charged with child endangerment. The little girl's mom praises the director here for immediately notifying her of this incident. She says since the 2 teachers have been fired, she still feels comfortable sending her child here at this daycare.
So come on, man. It's point of lesson. Shalom and a bar.